Hello, friends. It is Wednesday and it is writing time. My favorite time of the day. So, friends, today I want to teach you that even though you are learning several new and important things about how-to stories, you still need to remember everything you have already learned. You can do this by using charts to help you create better how-to stories. So today, guys, I am going to throw in the informational writing checklist for you to use on your story. But before we go over that, I want to share with you a friend's story today. I thought it was kind of funny. Oh, let me see. I think my camera is blown up. I need to shrink it. Maybe that's as much as I can shrink it so we can see it. That looks pretty good. Okay. How to trick people with Birdie Bot's beans. I love the picture and their faces that are showing all that emotion. Read this book to trick people. Step 1, get a jelly bean box. Step 2, ask somebody, do you want to have this bean? And remember how we talked about making words dark and bold? This author did this. Say, I dare you to eat this bean. That is how you trick people. And look, they did it again and made their words really dark and bold. And they did that because they were showing a lot of emotion in those words, and they wanted you to notice them. Say, I dare you to eat this bean. That is how you trick people. I just wanted to share with you a friend's story. I really liked it. I got a couple giggles out of it and thought it was a really good how-to story. I didn't know how to trick people with those jelly beans, but now I do. Okay, back to our informational checklist. We're using older charts today to help us work on our how-to stories. So you can get your how-to story out for this chart and check over your older how-to story that you've been working on, or you might be just starting a new one and you're looking at this chart to help remind you of the things that you need to be doing when you're writing your story. So it says, I told and drew and wrote about a topic. I told what my topic was. I put different things I know about the topic on my pages. I have a last part or page. I told, drew, and wrote information across pages. I told, drew, and wrote some details about the topic. I told, drew, and wrote some important things about the topic. And I wanted to point out this one. I want to focus on this one when I read my story. And it says, I told, drew, and wrote information across the pages. And I want to make sure I'm using these words that I call transitional words, where we use first, now, then, next, finally. So friends, when you're using these transitional words, if you're using first, that can only be on your first step. And if you're using finally, that can only be on your last step. But now, then, and next can be used anywhere in between. But this is what I'm going to focus on today. I'm going to really make sure that I have this in my story. But I'm also going to keep in mind those new things we have been learning, how we can give. We have been talking to the reader using the word you, how we have been giving tips and advice when we write our story, and how we have been making comparisons. And it's easier to make a comparison if you use the word like. Let's read mine. I want to point out our title at the front. If you have that, you will always meet this requirement. I told what my topic was about. How to Make a Cup of Coffee by Erica Underhill. Step 1. First, you need to get your coffee mug, your creamer, your spoon, and your pot of coffee. Step 2. Now you need to pour the creamer in your coffee mug. Pour a spoonful of creamer in the bottom. And on this page, my friends yesterday helped me make better comparisons, and they had some amazing ideas that I used. Step 3. Then you need to pour the hot coffee in your mug like you are pouring in slow motion. Be very careful because the coffee is hot. Step 4. Next, you will stir it all together like you are stirring a pot of soup. Remember to stir slowly so it doesn't splash out. Step 5. Finally, you can enjoy your amazing mug of hot coffee. And if you notice, I ended with finally. And let's see, did I start with first? Oh, yes, I started with first. Then I used the now, then, and next. So I did use those transition words. So friends, the goal for today is to use the informational writing checklist and reflect on each item, but focus maybe on one or two like I did, and make sure you have included these important elements in your story. Now, if you're just starting writing a new story, what I would do is go over this and keep in mind what you need to be doing as you're writing your new how-to story. Now, friends, don't forget to upload what you've done, or just keep your copy and send it in for your teacher to see. Have a fabulous Wednesday. I forgot what day it was. I wish you all well.